Hey, everybody. I hope that you're having a great day today. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking me out. And today I'm doing a feature request for a fellow VX9 clan member, Possum Marksman. As you can see, is in his KanonenJagpanzer 105 on the Fjords map. And this was his very first Ace Tanker award in this tank. And he had a really nice carry at the end, and he was really excited to send this to me, and I'm very proud to do the video for him. And I hope you enjoy it. Again, thank you for stopping by and checking me out. And so let's get to the video. Thanks for watching. Good old Fjords map. Possum's team has spawned over on the west side, which is the side I prefer to spawn on, and it's typically that's just the side I prefer. It just seems to have a lot better options available to you, and especially in a TD. But typically, what happens from what I see is your heavies go down to about the J4 area and they duke it out down south. TDs, mediums. Well, occasional heavy will go to center, and then TDs and lights and some mediums will go to about the C4 area. Some people run up to try to get up the hill and spot the hill, and usually it's just a bunch of shooting occurs across the center of this big open area. And as you're going to see, our 122 TM is going to go to center by himself and get himself killed in about 3 minutes within the game and spend the rest of the time giving everybody shit. Well, Possum is making himself a little nest. He's actually putting down some cover, trying to get him some cover in the center. This is a really good spot. Basically to snipe that center hill, hit anybody that's coming across that little road right there where the M40, where the Bulldog is. You can see the Lancin took a shot on him, just a blind shot. At first, I didn't think maybe he didn't have sixth sense, but he does. It's just he hasn't been spotted yet. So the KanonenJagpanzer 105 is a cracking good TD. It's got outstanding camo value. It's got a laser accurate gun. It's got great mobility. You see the Lancin took another shot on him, and it's just an all-around great tank. What it lacks in is it doesn't have any armor. It can't take a hit. So, you have to play this tank to its strengths. You have to, remain hidden. Yeah, the gun doesn't hit like a Scorpion, but for the most part it hits, and it hits consistently. Where the Scorpion, come on, we could have the debate, who's been debated over and over. But, how many times have you shot the Scorpion gun and it just flies into the dirt, or it flies left, flies right? It's just the signal on the gun, it's not great. But, man, when it hits, it does a lot of damage. This gun, conversely, hits a lot but doesn't do a lot of damage. So, but that's a big deal. So it's a trade-off, when I don't know, but I don't typically play turreted non-turreted TDs, but this is one that I do have, and it's just a lot of fun to play because it can just vanish right out in the open with that camo value. And when that TD net drops, when that camo net drops, and you're in cover, man, you're just invisible. And and I always hate going up against these stinking things because it's almost like an E25. It doesn't have the DPM of the E25. It's just the constant rate of fire that the E25 can dish out. But nevertheless, it can dish out some damage. And I've had some monster games in this tank, and I pat myself on the back or anything like that. But I have managed to at least mark this tank, and it's a fun tank. And Possum is a cracking good player, and he's an outstanding dude. Always love platooning with him because he's freaking hilarious. He'll have your cheeks hurting in real short order, man. He's just nonstop funny. And again, he's a really good player to boot. So he asked me to do a video for him, and like I said, man, I was really happy to do it for to do this video for him. And right now he's just in a spot where he's probably, man, I'm kind of feeling he's probably feeling kind of useless. Like he's not hitting anybody, he's not doing anything. This is the part of the game where you start thinking about repositioning, and if I'm not doing any damage on the enemy team, I'm not helping my teammate, helping my teammates out. And it's easy to start to feel that way. But sometimes you just, patience, man, you got to just sit and wait and let the game play out. And that's hard to do, if you don't have the patience, to do that. Playing a TD is probably not your gig, but I can tell you this, Possum is a great TD player and he excels at it. And I've platooned with him, and I've done drop-ins against him, and like I said, he's pretty good. He's a very smart dude, and he usually thinks several moves ahead of enemy players. And you're actually going to see that play out here in a minute. Spoiler alert. Now he's just biding his time, waiting to see what's going to happen. He knows he's got a G-Source sitting over there on the hill, and if that thing, he's just waiting to see who's going to stick their head out, and so he can, get a shot on them. You can see his team, the low, and his low count teammate is sitting over there at base. I guess he's guarding that area. But look at him go. Well, there's nobody going to come down the road and get on the cap, at least not while he's sitting there. So he's doing, at least that's something, Astron Rex is over here trying to do something against this Tornwagen. As you can see, all the heavies for the south have been knocked out, and that's unfortunate. And now it's just, they're up by one. And this Barask is just giving his teammates the business up here. And now the game's tied up. And of course, Possum doesn't have a shot on him. So this is not a good place to be. You got a Barask, which is a 2-shot autoloader. Then you got this stinking G-Sor, who gets 4 shots. Of course, the Barask comes out in the open, and he misses. Unfortunately, doesn't connect on that shot. Then you saw earlier, he kind of, I don't know if it was just a delay in the game or whatever. It was like he shot late, and it happens. Sometimes you just don't have, and I know I'm an older guy, I don't have the reaction, the fine motor skills, reaction time. And sometimes just bad ping, you pull the trigger late. It is what it is. And now he's dealing with, the Barask is coming in behind him, and he sees it on the mini map, and he's like looking behind him, and he turns around, and he's like, no. He's kind of got a little bit of what am I indecision going on here. It looks like one of his teammates took out the Barask, which is awesome. And now he's backing up. He needs, give himself some, a little bit of room for this 4-shot G-Sor. He manages to do 345 damage on him, and the G-Sor manages to get a shot on him. And I'm guessing the G-Sor is on a reload because, there was no reason why he shouldn't have swung around and took out the, took out Possum. But I imagine he charged Possum with probably 1 shot, which is, well, that was a bad play if that was the case. You always want to try to be reloaded when you start a push like that. And sometimes it's easy to forget to reload in that tank. That's a tank you have to be playing way ahead. You got to be thinking ahead. And that's why that tank can be so difficult to play. And I know one thing, in the hands of a really good player, that tank is phenomenal and just a pain on the battlefield. If somebody, knows how to manage their clip really well and is a good player, that tank is just devastating. He starts to come across, and he's looking, and he's like, I'm thinking, he knows there's somebody over here. And, he's just thinking about it, waiting, and sure enough, there's the STRV 103, and here comes the Caliban. He manages to knock the Caliban out, which is awesome. And that's his second kill. Yeah, I mean, the Caliban was one shot, but still, he took him out, and that's a big deal. So, it's they're losing at this point, and 2 TDs against him and Artie, and so obviously somebody, the enemy team is sitting in our cap, or in his cap, and the enemy Borsig is sitting in cap, and now he's looking. He knows that STRV is over here somewhere. And this is a really smart play on his part. See, the STRV has to go into, he manages to set him on fire, which is beautiful. The STRV is gone into, he's got to get into that assault mode, or whatever that mode is, to be able to adjust, of course, Possum goes over the top of the hill there, and takes him out, which is awesome. And I imagine Possum was thinking about, okay, where is the Artie at? He was fully expecting that Artie to come around the corner and shoot him in the ass, but he doesn't. So he's gonna go try to see what he can do with this Borsig sitting on her cap. And I mean, he guessed it perfectly. There's the Borsig, not even looking at him, expecting him to come the other way, and so he manages to get a reset. The Borsig's just looking straight at him, and this is a really smart play right here. I don't think there was enough time for him to not go dark, but Possum swings out. It comes around on his other side, and is so fast that the Borsig can't get a shot on him. But look how this tank can just spin around, and he manages to get a really good shot on the Borsig and give him a little tap and kill him. That's awesome gameplay, man. That's just fantastic gameplay on your part there, Possum. Good job, buddy. And now that's all that's left. Oh, now that the Glue Cola dude is finally decided he's going to be a teammate and help him out. It's trying to be helpful at this point in the game. Maybe go cap. He's been getting everybody shit the whole time, but now he wants to be a teammate. Man, whatever, dude. But Possum makes a decision. He's going to where the TD, where the Arties typically hang out. I mean, why wouldn't you? And then there you go. And there's the Tiger P, GW Tiger P. He manages to knock off 417 hit points, which is beautiful. And obviously he's going to get reloaded before the Tiger P will. And that's the game. Man, that was a fantastic dude, fantastic carry there, Possum. It went really, really fast at the end, and you had a really good game. Again, I'm not surprised. You got the Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Fighter, Fire for Effect, and Defender. Did over 3,424 damage, 512 assists, 5 kills. You almost got Top Gun. That's awesome, dude. Congrats, man. And you made a pile of credits, so that makes it even better. That's awesome, man. And again, y'all, I hope you enjoyed the video. There's just something about carrying at the end. It doesn't happen very often to me, and when you get in that situation, and it can be pretty stressful, especially when you got your fellow teammates watching you, and you don't want to let them down. And it's awesome when you manage to pull off a carry like that, and that's a big deal. And like I said, I'm not surprised that Possum managed to do it, because he's a banging good player, and he did a really good job. And he earned that Ace Tanker award and that carry. So good on you, dude. And thanks for letting me do this for you. And everybody, I appreciate y'all coming and checking out my channel. I hope you enjoyed it. And if it wasn't complete garbage, please leave a thumbs up. And if this is your first time here, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out. But thank you. Y'all take care, stay healthy, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.